So now that we at this spot where we at, where we have no shame, no guilt, no remorse for being better than people, right? Because as I said in the last video, the highest level of life is paradox. So we'll say we're better than many people. And there are many people who will say, well, no one's better than anybody, and you thinking you're better than somebody. So you think it's better to think you're not better than people. So you think you're better than me for thinking that you're not better than people. See the paradox? Whatever you why your world is yours. There's certain levels of life which are inescapable by the inferior intellect. Consider the vibrations raised. So now that we get to this spot that we're at, where we just acknowledge how much more attractive we are, how much more valuable we are, how much more interesting we are in a world full of unattractive, repulsive, incompetent, bland, lame, loser shit. Yeah, we're just acknowledging it, and we're inviting you up as we continue to become more attractive, more valuable, more interesting, sober, fit, enlightened, and rich, and everything else that we respect. This is the game. It has always been the game. And it's a shame to see so many people, as I said in the last video, their after is worse than their before. If you're living your life moving forward to the future and you're progressively getting worse without the ability to even perceive that shit, god damn, weirdo niggas have weirdo babies with weirdo bitches, and it's a cycle of weirdo shit. Told myself earlier, I'm a different type of nigga, bro. I'm a different strain of nigga, bro. This intelligence cannot be bought. And I see so many people have gotten on the program, and this is where we're at in life, because we have the money. Trust, we got money not for days, not for weeks. We got money not for months. We got money for years and years and years. So there's no press in a world full of impoverished individuals who can't even eat what they want, go where they want, when they want, talk about how it's not about money, but the only time they move is because they need money. Some of y'all bum ass niggas can't even do that. You fucking decrepit, incompetent piece of shit. Real life, nigga. Everybody say it's not about the money, but they go to places they don't want to go, to do things they don't want to do, at times they don't want to go, to get this money. The difference between prosperous, rich, wealthy people and poor, poverty mindset people is that you move because you need to. We move because we want to. You work because you need to. We work because we want to. It gets to a certain point where you realize, yeah, the money don't mean shit, but you can't say that when you don't have the money. You're just too incompetent. The people who talk the most shit about the money are the people who are the least qualified to even have it. They don't have it. So you can't talk down and denounce what you're too incompetent to have, possess, or attain. You're just not attractive enough for it. Most of you are damn near fucking way too repulsive to ever consider it. And they'll argue the money away from themselves. Well, I don't need to be rich. What? Since when did more money ever make life worse? Now, money can't buy happiness, but money affords a quality of life. Without the money, you can definitely not afford this quality of life. Now, when you understand the trifecta, which is the purpose of life being experiencing yourself the way you need to experience yourself, as the trifecta, which is experiencing yourself the way you want and need to experience yourself before anything. Being free of the incessant neurosis, incessant insecurity, the incessant self consciousness that comes with being aware of all of your inadequacies. Whether you consciously acknowledge them or not, they're subconsciously always going to be there until you correct them. If you're fat, you have to get in shape. If you're skinny and brittle and weak and vulnerable and at victim status, a lot of you quote unquote grown men are little sister weight, bro. Get taken advantage of real easy. That shit adds to your anxiety, homie. Recognize this primal level of frequency resonance. If you don't got money, that shit is gonna eat at you. You're insecure. You don't have knowledge, you walking through this earth confused. Haywan hayran fil earth. I'm telling you, you gonna be neurotic. Sober, fit, and enlightened. If you're still on drugs, we all know that drugs is slavery. We all know that substance use is slavery. And it only accumulates. It only accumulates. It's a cumulative thing. The more you do it, the more it increases in degree. And to that point where you tell yourself you're going to stop, and 3 hours later, you copping right back out to that shit. You back on that dick back in your mouth, basically. Yeah, you can't stop sucking dick. You can't stop putting the bottle to your lips. You can't stop putting phallic items to assuage your neuroses. Now let's get down to it. The trifecta is 3. Experience yourself the way you want to experience yourself, first and foremost. Have the things in life, get the things in the external world that you want, and get the experiences in the external world that you want. It's very fucking simple. Whatever you want, your world is yours. But most people are just not honest enough. So they'll get around people who will piggyback and accommodate their inadequacies and their ineffectiveness and their incompetence and their fucking shortcomings. So get down to the nitty gritty. It's not about the money. It never has been. But you can't say that when you don't have it. It's not about working out or the body. It's about being free of the telltale signs of your inferiority. It is what it is. Better is better than worse. Worse is worse than better. Superior and inferior are just superior terminologies for the same goddamn concept. So fuck your feelings. When you're moving at an inferior degree than what you know you ought to be, you're going to be neurotic, you're going to be depressed, you're going to have anxieties. And this is why people cling to people and only associate with lower level people to make themselves feel comfortable about being lower level people. See, now we don't do that. We don't feel bad for being great, just like most people don't feel bad for being shit. And while y'all try to make us feel bad for being great, we don't try to make ourselves feel better about being worse. Comprehend? And it's not about the money. I'm going to keep saying that, because the next level of understanding is not about the money, is that you could always make more money, but money can't make you more. So a lot of people, you know they want to be in the front. They know they want to lead. They know they want to garner massive amounts of love. Call it attention, but it's not simply attention for vanity's sake. See, I'm a solitudinarian. I'm an individual who's deeply introspective. But how is it that this introspective solitudinarian still manages to expand themselves to the reaches of the world and become a global participant and a global accelerator and elevator? So it's not simply saying, hey, I like being by myself because I'm too afraid and I'm too fucking weird. Nah, I just know my power. But at the same time, we all want that love. We all want that respect. And we already seen a lot of people try for that shit, but they stepped up and fell off. What happened? A lot of people got the fame, they don't got the money. A lot of people got the money, they don't got the fame. We want it all. I remember being down there in 2020 in the calisthenics area of Fort Greene Park, working out in the park, and there was this one guy, his name is Agu. Shouts out to OG Agu. And he said, you got to know why you're doing this. You got to know why you want this. Some people, they do this for mental health. Some people, they do this for the looks. They do it to be, attract the opposite sex. Some people, I said, why not at all? Same thing with people who argue against the money or argue the money away from them. Oh yeah, money's not that important. Ha 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 ha. Look at me, virtuous. Shut the fuck up. Life has never been worse with more wealth. Life has never been worse with more health. Life has never been worse with more actual, factual, authentic knowledge, well applied. Most of you don't even know the value of knowledge, what it's really used for, what its purpose is. What is the practical importance of the things you say? What are the practical importance of the things you do? Most of you are sleepwalking like a motherfucker. Consider the vibrations raised. YWY, your world is yours. We are the ascendancy. Sober, fit, enlightened, and rich. We are the better people. We're more attractive. We're more intelligent. We're more valuable. We create more value. Anybody that fucks with us, their lives get better. Anybody that stops fucking with us, their life is definitely not better than before. And anybody who goes against us, their life is definitely worse. It's really the fuck like that. So, it's all a matter of self-worth at the end of the day. So many of you are awkward as fuck about money. So many of you are awkward as fuck about life, goals, accomplishment, achievement. Y'all got shame. Y'all got shame when it comes to being a winner. You let society bully you into being a conformed version of mediocrity. As soon as you start to be better, you let these motherfuckers pull you back. Fuck them. Steal your mind back from these pussies, by all means. Superior demonstration, superior conduct. And the bottom line is, the way to reprogram your mind is to consistently compute the data. You got to consistently give your mind facts and data over time. Give the universe, give the world facts over time of you being that level of person that deserves the best, because you have treated yourself accordingly. I've never fucking missed yet. Never fell back despite whatever the fuck was going on. Never just cowered off and went into the fucking crevices like these rats and these motherfucking roaches. Nah. Stood on my shit every fucking day. Hand down, manned up anyway. You looking like a bitch, homie. I'm telling you. And it's not even like we trying to flex on you or none of that. We've been inviting niggas the whole time. It's always been an invitation, never been a competition, but it must suck to have thought it was a competition and to be in a lesser position. Fucking dumbass. Whatever you are, your world is yours. Consider the vibrations raised, sober, fit, enlightened, and rich. This shit ain't stopping. Just like they don't feel bad for being shit, we don't feel bad for being lit. You heard? So come to this side where we celebrate achievement, where we celebrate accomplishment, where we celebrate not just succeeding, but superseding your former potential. But you got to know that you're worth it. And the work is where the worth is. And the work instills the worth. Most of you don't put the work in. That's why you know you're worthless. But when you show up for yourself every day, and when you show up for yourself every day, and you don't self-sabotage in any way, and you is there with yourself, by yourself, as yourself, for yourself, every fucking step of the way, you'll tell yourself, I don't deserve less. Nah, I deserve the best. So get around us. Absorb the frequency. Just because you pay with money, like I said in this video, you can make more money, but money can't make you more. So once you get in the door, you have to actually do the work. People ask me all the time, how do you change? I'll tell you 3 straight things. Wake up when you say you're gonna wake up. Work out when you say you're gonna work out. Stick to the dietary protocol that we give you when you say you will. Achieve the goals that you say you will achieve. Do the things you say you will do when you say you will do them. And after a while, you'll never allow yourself to even affiliate, associate, resonate with any of these individuals who squander their own life energy, their life forces in their lifetime. Fuck them. Let them all die losers. Fuck them. Let them all delude themselves. Fuck them. Let them kill themselves. You gonna sit there and argue with a motherfucker who's willing to poison themselves and kill themselves and compromise themselves. You got to take inventory and look at people and be like, you're a fucking zombie. Message, consider the vibrations raised. Evolution has only been the only solution, and self-mastery is the only success. Get away from people who do drugs. Get away from people who don't work out. Get away from people who don't have true, actual, factual knowledge. Get away from people who don't even fucking apply the knowledge, who are impractical, who do not practice the knowledge that they apparently preach and teach. And finally, get away from the broke-ass niggas. These broke-ass bitches. These broke-ass, bum-ass motherfuckers. If you be around 5 losers, you're gonna be the 6th. And there's no winning with losers. And even if you around 2 losers, you're gonna be the 3rd. You're around 1 loser, you're likely to be the 2nd. And if you're a high performer, that loser being around you is gonna bring you down to a lower level of performance. So cut them the fuck off until you're by yourself and you realize how much loser tendencies you have. And then you go into the battle. You go into the war with yourself. Mastery of self, conquering of self. Because many of you blame the world. You'll blame the world till fucking kingdom comes. Blame everything in your external environment. Put yourself in a situation where it's just you and you. And you'll see how much it's always just been you. Only for those people who know that they intrinsically have better to be and become. Stop letting these people bully you into wasting your life with them and dying mediocre. Fuck them! You heard? It's really like that. Consider the vibrations raised.